Wow, finally we're here in the demo for Alaskan Truck Simulator. Hello again there, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome to our first look, at least in a video, of this game coming soon to Steam at the end of 2022. We will have ourselves here an Alaskan trucking simulator. Out there is our truck. You might be able to see it, and this is a demo for this game coming soon. You can download it on Steam right now and try it out yourself for free. The game is still not finished and has been in development since I remember in 2018. I can remember watching trailers for this one thinking, wow, it's going to be amazing to be able to drive the truck, to be able to cook food, to be able to survive. And this is a survival game. We can die. Up at the top of the screen, you see energy and food, and of course what time it is and other things like that, weather conditions. We can die of hypothermia out there. We can die from starvation, or of course we can die from plowing our truck into a tree or something like that. And that is the sound of being hungry. So the first thing the game wants us to do is cook up some food and grab some tools here and head out to the truck. So we'll do just that. While we're waiting for the food to cook, we'll go ahead and throw in reindeer right now, and then we'll grab our tools. So apparently we can also hunt in this game, which is something we could do to save money on food a little bit later. But there is a grocery store we can drive to. We're going to go ahead and throw in some reindeer meat there. We'll wait for that to be cooked up a little bit. And we'll grab our tools too. So we got chains for the tires, some car tools to repair the truck, some nails for maintenance on bridges and other things that might be broken, and of course a hammer too. All right, the food is ready. Let's grab it. Now this can also be playable with a controller. I previously used an Xbox controller. Right now we're using a mouse and keyboard, and it is possible to use a steering wheel. The controls are not as modifiable yet in the demo as I'd like, so the controls for the controller, which I used an Xbox controller, is a little weird, but mouse and keyboard is just fine. The controller feels a little better, though I wish I could modify some of the controls, and I have yet to use a steering wheel, but it is possible. No other items here in the garage that we can use at the moment, but eventually we will be able to pull the truck in here, do maintenance, and store more goods for maintenance on the truck. We can also own multiple different trucks, and we can also do maintenance on everything in the game and have multiple jobs and such. So let's go ahead and grab a bite to eat then. As you can see here, we actually have an inventory now with an ice scraper, chains, car tools, nails, hammer, and some reindeer with Parmesan. So yeah, now we're almost fully fed there. So let's go ahead and head out to the truck, which has a nice little paint job on it. And there we are. All right, it's about 2 degrees below Fahrenheit. Apparently we're hungry again at 89%. And the truck looks fantastic. Now, I'm not sure if there's any real models in the game, but there are models that are based on real trucks. So you'll see a mix of Peterbilt and Kenworth, or a mix of both. Outside the truck, we can do maintenance on the light bulbs. We can even open her up if we want to. And in this demo, we'll be allowed to add some oil to the engine, but it is likely that we'll be able to do other things like spark plugs and adjust for loose wires or hoses or whatnot. There's even a toolbox underneath the steps here, which is nice. Into the truck, we got car tools and the linen cloth. We can put a few other things in here as well. And at the back of the truck, of course, we can use the cables, so we can manage the pneumatic and the electric cables there. And we can even lock trailers into place too. So the greatest thing about this, and this is what I wish ATS and Eurotruck had, is that you could get out of the truck to do some of these things, even if they're just mundane and boring, like fueling up or raising and lowering the landing gear or something on a trailer. I think that would be amazing. So the fact that we can do that in this game is really cool. And I want to say up front too that this game is nowhere near Euro Truck Simulator or ATS, because those games have been around for a decade or more now, especially with the original Euro Truck, and those are the ultimate truck driving simulators. Nothing even comes close. So what this game is more of it's a trucker simulator rather than a trucking simulator. Take a look at the current map, by the way, for the game, and you can see all sorts of destinations. The map will be much bigger than this. This is only what's available in the demo so far. We'll be driving down to a quarry eventually, but first we're going to go get some fuel, swing by a grocery store and pick up some food, and then we're going to go grab some sand at the quarry and drive east. We're going to be eastbound and down, brother. Going to cross some bridges and head to the city of Paxson, where we're going to deliver this to a construction facility, something along those lines. There's also hotels. There's also a store, heavy rigs, where we can buy new trucks and whatnot. And there's the quarry pickup and drop-off points next to each other. And also a workshop here, which I think we can possibly do maintenance on our trucks and stuff there as well. And there's also a refinery for oil and other things, fuels. Kind of cool. So there'll be many different cargo options in the game. In fact, if you press F1, you can see the tutorial checklist here. So if you play this yourself and you're wondering what to do, basically 5 easy steps to complete the demo and some other tips and things here. You can pause now if you want to see some of the other things you can do in the game, but we'll be seeing some of those in the demo. Things like, for example, using the CB if we get lost or stranded or out of fuel. And of course, we can also throw some chains on the tire that you saw earlier. Let's jump in the truck. Pretty good detail to the truck, I must say. Pretty nice that we can actually also turn on the dash lights and the heater too so we don't freeze. As you can see, our guy here is a little frosty in the corners of the screen. You can kind of see how he's feeling. In the back, we have ourselves a microwave and a refrigerator. So we can put any of the extra food in there if we want to. I think we can also put tools. So if you need extra space and you're in a pinch, you can throw the hammer in the refrigerator. Air filter, car tools, motor oil. We have a little storage thing just behind the driver's seat, and we have a little refrigerator behind the passenger seat, and of course the microwave, which you don't need to microwave anything. You can just eat it right out of the fridge, so that's pretty cool. All right, well, the truck looks great. We've got a lot of nice dials here, most of which are active, but I can't really tell what a lot of them are, aside from the getting cold. Aside from the fuel gauge, tachometer, and the RPMs, can't really tell anything else here, really. The game also does allow you to have an automatic and a manual transmission. We'll just be using automatic for today's purposes, but you can turn that on and off in the options if you want to. Pretty much at any time, then you can adjust the clutch too and other buttons that way. All right, let's fire it up and let's roll out. We'll go ahead and get started. Very nice. All right. Lights are on. And I think we can turn on the heater a little bit later when they prompt us to for being so cold. So let's go. Nice. Truck sounds good. Truck feels good. We also have the ability to signal to with the period and the comma keys. Oh, nice. The steering wheel controls are a little faster. Cool. Now, before when I played this, the steering wheel was a little slow to turn, so things like parking the cargo, which you can do towards the end, was a little time-consuming. Now, I already know where we're heading, but I'm going to mark the gas station here just so we can get there. We can turn on and off things on the filter. That's kind of nice. Won't really need to know where the base is anymore, or points of interest, or motels. We won't be stopping at any of that so far. Alright, get back on the road. Ah, finally. We can turn on the heater. Now, you're not able to do that until you're prompt, and it's the same with putting chains on your tires. So if you're playing the demo and you're thinking to yourself, oh, I should put chains on my tires, it's getting wet and wild out here, well, you won't be able to do that. All right, let's get to the gas station. All right, we're just pulling into town now, the town of Cantwell, which is where we need to go to the gas station. So let's jump back into the controls here. Back into the driver's seat. And let's flip on our wipers, too. Get a little frosty. There we go. Nice. Still cold. The heater's still working. Still warming us up. All right, we're going to turn into the gas station here. Now, in order to pull into these gas stations, it seems best to go into third-person mode in order to get as close to the gas pump as possible. It's a little picky. You'd think you'd be okay if you were just inside the white markers, but you got to go a little closer. So try to pull up as close to that line on the right as you can, and of course it'll turn green once you're in position close enough to the gas pump. You can also do this in first person. You'll see like little lights on top of the gas pumps, but it's kind of hard to do once you're here inside the you can't really see the pump once you're pulled up perfectly, so it's a little tricky to do. All right. Our handbrake is on. The ignition is off. We can keep the heater on if we want, I suppose. It's still blowing warm air from the engine. Pretty cool. All right, so to refuel, it's fairly simple. We just select how much we want. We're going to go ahead and go with a little bit more than what they tell us. In this case, probably a good idea for you playing for the first time to maybe go for 15 to 20 gallons and refuel. Nice. Okay, so now we're ready to go to the marketplace. So the market is automatically marked for us. We set the first GPS waypoint, but it looks like the second and the third, I think, are set for us automatically. If not, the quarry is right here. We can click on that. Once we go to the grocery store, though, they'll want us to go south of Drashner Lake and head to the quarry that way. Okay, back to the truck. All right, ignition. Dash lights. Wipers, you can pretty much just keep those on throughout the whole demo. It's just easier to have them on. All right. Well, this is good. Since the first time I played the demo, they've made the steering a little bit faster, which feels good. Makes it a lot easier to turn out of some of these positions. And again, if you want to signal your turns, of course, the period and the comma keys will do that. I haven't seen a control for this on controller, but it does seem possible to be able to reach up and hit some buttons on the keyboard if you'd like to. Additionally, this game will be out on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and Xbox, as well as Steam and the Epic Game Store. Right now, currently, you can only get the demo on Steam, so make sure that if you're looking to try this one that you download Steam or download the demo on Steam, but it should be coming to consoles very soon. All right, we're going to go to the grocery store now and buy some food for our trip. All right, here we are at the Alaskan Dragon Adventure Shop. We're just going to go ahead and pull in wherever. I don't even think there's a parking spot large enough for the truck. You'd think it would be if this is all about trucking and that there's truckers everywhere. All right, we'll go ahead and leave things on, except for the wipers. All right, here we are. Yeah, we could probably just park somewhere up against here. Anyway, going to the store is pretty easy. It just brings up a menu. And in this case, they want us to buy a little bit more canned food. It's advised to buy a little bit more than 3, especially if you're doing the demo for the first time. Maybe buy 6, so we'll do that. Always a better idea to have more than what you need, honestly, especially since you have storage space not only on your person, but also inside the vehicle. 2 things of motor oil, like the music here. That's nice. Are we playing Tropico? All right, cool. All done. All right, let's do some maintenance on the truck. Quote-unquote maintenance. Go ahead and jump up and add some oil to the engine. This is a pretty easy mini game. All you got to do is hold W and then just let go, and it'll keep filling for a little bit. Make sure you're between the lines. You can fill a little bit more if you want to. And there you go. Perfect. Not too full. Don't overfill it. Okay, back into the truck we go. Put some stuff in storage. We can throw some things into the refrigerator if we want to. We'll keep the canned food as a backup there. We got 6 in storage, plus the reindeer meat, plus the 3 canned food on us. We'll probably take this reindeer meat because it gives us a lot more food than the canned food does. The canned food is like maybe 20%. The reindeer is like 75. All right, let's throw some motor oil in there, and that should be good. Other things we should keep on us. The ice scraper I don't think we use in the demo. The chains, the tools, the nails, and the hammer might be used for later parts in the game. Okay, let's get underway again. All right, time to head to the quarry now. They automatically mark that for us. So let's go pick up our cargo. Ooh, look, cargo room. Let's let him get ahead of us. And we're on our way. Very nice. Okay. Nice. Well, it certainly is beautiful out here. Absolutely gorgeous looking maps. Although I will say for the road surfaces, I really wish there was a little more interactivity. Like, for example, our truck driving. A big vehicle like this should be blowing a lot more of the snow around on the surface of the road. As we get in the middle here, you can kind of see that nothing's really moving or shaking much. And if we go onto a gravel surface like this, there's really not too much to it. The gravel doesn't really feel like it's too much rougher than the tarmac or asphalt or parking lot. So I'm hoping in the future that some of these surfaces that are a little more, you know, muddy or frozen mud or icy feel a little bit more like that. It certainly does get icy on the roads, and I'm expecting something a little bit more like SnowRunner in this case, but it is pretty cool to be able to drive in little locations such as this. Like, for example, a area between a lake and some swamps. Pretty cool, though. It looks good. From a small town to the backwoods to county roads, highways, dirt roads, factories. Pretty nice. All right, we'll get to the quarry soon, and we'll speak with the foreman. We'll accept our first job, and then we'll back up and accept the trailer, load that up, and be underway yet again. Should be there soon. As you can see in the lower left corner, the distance we need to travel is 44 miles. So I like how it says MI. That's also like minutes, too. Interesting. Time to pull in to the old quarry, then. We'll go ahead and signal and keep it real as much as we can. Now, I've tried this demo out in a speed run as well to see how long it would take to complete at the fastest possible speed. It seems like it takes about maybe maybe about 27 to 30 minutes to complete, depending on the road conditions and whether or not there's a lot of traffic that you'll need to sneak around on the road. So, kind of funny right there. There's like a road paver that's plowed into a tree. A little roller there that's rolled into a tree. Very nice. I've got to say, I like the locations in this game too. For example, the oh, they want us to eat. No problem. We'll do that once we get there. But yes, the locations look really good. Nicely detailed with a bunch of junk all lying around. It doesn't look too, you know, fake, but it doesn't look too overly done. Pretty cool, though, to see. It looks about right. Tarps covering whatever is there. That's kind of cool. Keeping things warm, maybe. All right. And we're here. We'll go ahead and pull in here directly to the right. And the trailer that we're looking to haul is on the right side, just next to that cistern. That little yellow trailer right there that's uncovered. That's going to be ours. Let's go ahead and pull in here. And we'll back right up to it. Now, I'm not going to hook up right away. I'm not sure if it's if you can't do that until you've accepted the job. So we'll just kind of get close and hit the parking brake there. All right, we'll leave the wipers on, I guess. No, I can't bring myself to do it. Anyway, let's go ahead and have a little lunch. Or I guess dinner in this case. And there we go. All right, let's chat with the foreman. There's the site office and deliveries. So we're taking sand to the U-Build, $2,000, and we're going for a 43-hour-minute delivery. Wow. There's all the basic information, the trailer type, distance. Should be over 100 trailers in the final game, with lots of different cargo inside the trailers, too. Nice. We'll get all sorts of different trailers, things like, for example, you know, tankers and flatbeds and boxcars, etc. Go ahead and back the trailer up, or truck to the trailer, and we'll load up the trailer. Should be pretty cool. So this is pretty similar to how it is in SnowRunner, where your hitch is kind of a circle and the trailer is kind of a dot. And all you got to do is just bring the dot within the circle and you're good. And that'll do. Just that easy. You will need to shut off the engine in order to hook everything up, so make sure you do that. There we go. All right, so first things first, lock things in place. Next thing is to grab your cables. So you can start with your pneumatic, then red, and your electrical, which is green. Excellent. And the last thing is to raise the landing gear. cool. Destination will be set automatically. All right. So now we're getting into 6, 7 o'clock here at night. So let's go ahead and roll up. And roll out, brother. We're eastbound and down. Nice. Looking good. It definitely feels heavy. The feel of the trailer does kind of modify the speed of the truck and the handling of the truck. So they've got that down. Again, this is not Euro Truck. This is not ATS, and I don't think many games can come close to that. But I am happy to see much more games becoming competitors to ATS and Euro Truck. Of course, to have more and more games where multiplayer is a thing, although I'm not sure if this one will have this. Would be great to see more trucking-centric games, especially with this one being in Alaska, which I don't know how ATS would even go to Alaska. American Truck Simulator, how would they go there? How would they go to Hawaii if they want to do all 50 states? But it seems to be good to start with the first continuous 48. All right. So we've made our way down to the road here. We'll have to grab some more food out of the fridge and make sure we got some snacks ready to go for our journey. I think the upper left corner shows the time of day and the weather conditions. Obviously, the heart is our health. Oh boy. Trailer is pushing hard. Ooh, they changed it a little bit. Trailer is much more heavy than it was. They upped the realism, y'all. Good. Anyway, next to that is our hunger, our energy, the time of day, the temperature outside, and I think our reputation and money are the last two. So those, of course, will be important for unlocking new trucks and important for unlocking new jobs and eventually having the best business in town, baby. Oh, yeah. All right. Well, we're going to keep rolling until we head out to our first point of interest. A bridge up here has been damaged. So now it's time for us to do some repairs. Now, apparently in this game, there'll be different types of little events like this. Just like how it is in ATS and Euro Truck, how, for example, there'll be detours and stuff like that. This game might have this as well. But we can also repair bridges, cut down trees, and do other things that might be blocking the road or something along those lines. Snowdrifts, maybe. Maybe we'll need a shovel. Okay, we're going to remove the barriers now. And keep on trucking. There we go. Love the paint job on the truck. Yeah, we'll need to sleep soon, but we'll be okay. We'll be asked to sleep at some point. All right. 15 miles an hour on the bridge. And we're on our way. So 121 miles to our destination. We've already driven 20 just to the quarry to the bridge. And now, we're in a little bit warmer climate. We went from all that cold and snow to now 20 degrees Fahrenheit. So this might be a good opportunity to get out of the truck and go deer hunting. Maybe we can do some fishing. I know there's king crab in the game that you can buy. I know that there's salmon as well. You may have seen some of those things at the grocery store. But the landscape looks beautiful. And it definitely feels like something like one of the older farm sim games. Like, for example, Farming Sim 17 or 19. And just looks pretty good overall. Acceptable for a simulator, in my opinion, since the most important thing, I think, is the truck, followed by the roads, and then the landscape around it. But if it looks good, it looks good. Okay, we're about ready to get on the main road. And that should be where we need to go. Paxton is to our right, Cantwell to our left. Nice. Much nicer to play in first person for the realism. Much nicer to play in third person for all the landscape around. It looks just gorgeous. Very, very nice. Okay. Well, we'll keep on trucking then. Oh, hold on. The bridge up here is closed. Park in the marker and go to sleep. Okay. Now, at this point, typically in the game, if you were a little slower, there'd be a large storm coming in, which would kind of make sense for, you know, closing the bridge maybe, but the bridge right now is currently closed for trucks, so the state troopers are asking us to pull over here, and we're finally allowed to do some sleeping. Let's get out and just check out their truck a little bit. Yep, Alaska state troopers have got the bridge closed. Anybody else can cross. Oh, sorry, pal. All right, well, now's a good time to maybe have something to eat. We'll grab all the canned food and snack on that a little bit. That gives us 16% on the food, so don't expect much out of that. There we go, back up to 92. All right, let's do a little resting. We'll leave our lights on, that's fine. Obviously, if it were a completed game, if you were to leave your lights on like that, probably something to do with hurting your battery, obviously. Go back up to 73%. So when there's full maintenance in the game, I would love to see things like that with the battery and tire pressure and other things like that you gotta monitor. Be kind of cool. Ooh, we got ourselves a blizzard now. 6 a.m. All right. Kept the heater on too, but again, no consequence, so just fine. All right, let's go. I do like the fact that on the camera there are snowflakes and probably also maybe raindrops and things that'll pop on the screen depending on the weather conditions, so that's kind of cool. Seems almost easier than in this mode to drive in first person than it is in third person. All right, nice. So we'll basically be on this road for a while until it gets too slippery. And then we'll have to throw on the chains on the tires in just a little while. Also, it seems like we're going to be driving around 30 miles per hour. It's pretty rare for you to even get close to 50. 45 is really booking it. The weather is getting worse. A blizzard might be dangerous. So at this point, if we were to pull over and try to put on our chains, it's a little too early. You can only do that until it prompts you. So just keep on trucking until they tell you to pull over. And then you can just grab the side of the road and throw them on real quick. All right, let's throw on the high beams too, just so we can see. There we go. Oh yeah, it's getting, ooh, visibility is getting down there. Getting real hard to see. All right, now they want us to put chains on the tires. We'll do that in just a minute, since we are in the middle of a lake right now. All right, this is a good spot. Okay. And we'll turn the ignition off too, but there we go. All right, you must use chains to use this mechanic. Here we go. Little mini game there to put on your chains, but if only it were that simple in real life, huh? On the road again we go. Very nice. Okay, so now we just need to go to the city, which we are here, and Paxson is right about there, and that's about 33 miles to go, so not too much further. Now it's going to be interesting driving in this blizzard, so we'll keep at it. Cargo's still got to be delivered no matter what the weather. Truck sounds great. Love the ambient sounds of the wipers and the heater. The road looks pretty good as well. Still a little slippery with those chains on, but we're doing it. A little bit further to go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, it looks like it was a transition from looked to be almost like gravel to actual asphalt for the town. Now, if we take a left here where the GPS indicates, it's actually a one-way road that leads out onto the road that we're on. So we're going to keep going a little bit. We're going to take a left here. It looks like the right side is closed, so we're okay to go. Alright, so up ahead should be the U-Pack or whatever it is. And here's our destination. Alright, that looks pretty good, man. I gotta say, that looks pretty amazing, that snow and stuff. Yeah, that looks real cool. Alright. So now for parking, Freestyle is essentially ditch the cargo wherever you want for no additional XP. Forward just means you pull in and you kind of get half the reward, and backing in, of course, is full XP and a little bonus, a little extra tip. So obviously that's what you want there. So the Freestyle area is on the left where you just ditch the trailer and call it a day. To our right is pulling in forward, but we're going to go behind that where we need to back in just to the far right behind us. Ooh, and of course the tires turning are a little faster, so it'll make this a little easier, but it's still tricky. It's still a little slower than ATS or whatnot. We have to go behind that there, so they're just basically on the same plane or whatnot. Ooh, the storm has cleared up. Nice. Okay, I'm going to pull in and straighten out a little bit. Looks like our second job that we could take is right there next to the rolling door. Looks like a box trailer, or at least kind of a bed with walls there to have something in it. Some electronics, maybe? Or cables or something like that? Getting around these cisterns is going to be a little tough, so let's back in a little bit more. And then we'll straighten out one last time. Actually, it looks like sacks of something. I don't know, potatoes? It might actually change every time, but we won't be able to do that just yet. Okay, this should be much better. Now, this is completely possible to do in first person. Much trickier, though, but third person at least makes it a little easier since the tires are not as cooperative when you're reversing. But practice will make perfect. And according to this, it's a 5-star. So that's good. Now, no matter how fast we get to this destination, even if we're speed running it, we know exactly what we're doing. We will, no matter what, only get 3 stars on the delivery. So I don't know what else they expect you to do other than arrive alive and on time. So let's go ahead and put down the landing gear. Disconnect our hoses or cables. And let's go ahead and disconnect. All right. Let's go to the office now. Beautiful. Very nice. Not sure what's in there. Ah, I really want to see. Cool. All right, let's go to the office then. Wait, what? Oh, they gave us full reputation now. They must have updated that. Wow, I did way better than I thought. Although they give you an arrival time that I've had this half the time at 700 and still it's red. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it. But I think your reputation and your payment is most important. So we started with what, about $7,000 or $8,000? Went down to about 7 or less, and then our payment. Of course, worrying about things like food and fuel. Cargo penalties, too, for damage, I believe. Oh, no parking bonus, even though we got the bonus? Okay, whatever. Anyway, doesn't matter. It's a demo. This is the end of it. That's about all we could do. 99 on the cargo durability. I'm assuming maybe that actually goes down over time if you take back roads or something. Maybe the roads that you take will hurt the durability of the trailer, something along those lines. But anyway, that is it for that. So there you go. Player experience, 0. Trucker experience. Nice. Still working on optimization and much more. That's good. That's very good. And that's the end of the road for the Alaskan Truck Simulator demo. I hope to see more in this game, like, for example, hunting and the ability to manipulate the world around us by delivering cargo for maybe bridges to be repaired or such, like SnowRunner meets ATS is really what I hope to see. The trucking feels good. I love the fact that we can actually get out of the truck and do refueling and add chains to the tires. It's a little thing that I think makes a big difference and helps Alaskan Truck Simulator to stand out as a new and cool simulator game. If you want to check it out, again, remember, it's out now on Steam for the demo, or you can get it on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox, PC, on Steam or Epic Game Store sometime in 2022. If you're interested in getting it, you can get it on Epic with the code RAPTORIA at checkout if you want to use the Support a Creator program. See you all next time. Goodbye. I think the game literally just crashed. At least I didn't. The game did.